Hello, my students of class 11. I welcome you today again, and today our topic will be the chapter 2 forms of business organization. And the topic what we will be discussing today will be partnership, all about its merit, demerit, features, and the types of partnership. So, without wasting time, we will be proceeding. Please pay attention. Well, when we talk about a partnership firm, it means that at least we require two or more members. Okay, because a single person, when he is doing a business, it is also called sole proprietorship. Okay, so as a partner, as the term partner means more than one, two, three, or more. So partnership firm requires two or more people joined together to start a business. Okay, we'll be discussing about the features of partnership. The very first feature is, as we discussed earlier, two or more persons are required. There must be at least two persons to form a partnership, but we have also to remember the maximum number of persons in this firm. For banking business, there may be maximum only 10, and for other non-banking business and organization, you have to become maximum 20. The next feature is agreement. Okay, the agreement which is done by the partners is called as partnership deed, which is a written agreement. Though it is not very compulsory, but it is always recommended by everyone that partnership deed should be made. Okay, other else than that, it may be also an oral partnership form. Third is lawful business. Okay, it requires to maintain the law and the act which falls under this kind of business. Okay, it cannot be any illegal activity. For example, if we say that two or three thieves are looting a bank or a house, then it cannot be said as a partnership. Okay, only the legal business which can be done, which are permitted by the government and the law, only partnership can be said by this. The fourth is decision making and control. Each and every partner has the right to participate in the management and decision making of the organizations. Since the oral or written deed takes place, each and every partners are liable to bring their capital, and they are also set free to put their ideas and work together. Next is unlimited liability. Unlimited liability is a very demerited feature of this partnership firm. Okay, all the partners are having unlimited liability, though there are a special kind of partnership which is called LLP. Okay, which is we called it limited liability partnership, but maximum the partners liability are unlimited. We'll be discussing more about in the limitation part. Next is mutual agency. Each and every partner is an implied agent of the other partners of the firm, and so every partner is liable for the act performed by other partners on behalf of the firm. I'll be giving an example to make it more clear. For example, suppose there are three partners A, B, and C in a firm. Okay, now B and C are out of work, and so any client have come to take or give any kind of work. If A is agreeing with the client, then automatically B and C also will be liable to form under this. Then comes lack of continuity. This is once again a demerit. Okay, firms existing is affected by the death, lunacy, or insolvency of any of its partner. It means out of all the partners, if even any one dies, or he do not works properly, or he gets insolvent, then the entire firm has to suffer it, and it cannot be continued anymore. So these are the basic features of partnership. Now we will be discussing about the merits of partnership, that is what are the advantages of partnership. The basic is that it is very easy to form and very easy to close. Yeah, it can be easily formed. Only once an agreement is done, it can be done. Okay, even registration of partnership firm is not compulsory according to the Partnership Act. Okay, so there are no more any legal formalities that are required to form the firm. Next is large financial resource, because here not only 1, 2, 3, 4 or more, even the total number of partners, they contribute their capital, so the financial resources become more. Okay, and it results in getting more ideas of starting the business into a better way where no financial problem occurs. Next is balanced decision. Okay, because all the decisions are taken jointly by the partners after consulting each other, after putting their ideas combined and selecting the best ones, the decisions which are made, they are being balanced and are of good quality. Sharing of risk. If there any risk occurs, then it is not upon any one person, it is distributed among the partners, which reduce the anxiety burden and the stress level of an individual partner. Okay, then we will be discussing about secrecy. The secrecy can be easily maintained because partnership firm, it is there are no any requirement compulsorily to publish their accounts or to file any report to the government or public. So these are the basic merits of partnership. Though we have discussed the features and merits, there are certain limitations of partnership also that we are going to discuss right now. The very first is limited resource. Yeah, even though there are more than one person, but still there is a restriction on the number of partners, and hence capital contributed by them is also limited. Okay, so if they are planning to establish a very big company or a factory, then they have to form other kind of business organization like a company. Okay, the next is unlimited liability. This point also occurred in the features. The liability of partners is unlimited and they are liable individually as well as jointly. Okay, it may prove to be a big drawback for those partners mainly who are having greater personal wealth. Okay, uh, I will be saying about limited and unlimited liability here. Okay, suppose when any of the firm is bankrupt or they are unable to pay the cash from the business, so in a unlimited liability, the owners will be liable to pay by selling their personal properties like house, car, jewelry, etc. Whereas in a limited liability, no matter, the owners are free from selling their properties, so they all are safe. Okay, so partnership is mainly an unlimited liability and they will have to repay the entire debt in case the other partners are unable to do so by selling their personal properties. Next is lack of continuity. Okay, yes, because of any one person of the partnership or any one partnership of the partnership, the entire partnership firm can come to an end. It may be the death of a partner or retirement of a partner, insolvency or lunacy of any of the partner. The next is lack of public confidence. Okay, because no one knows what is happening inside the partnership firm. Partnership firms are not required to publish their reports and accounts. Okay, it is not compulsory for them, so they lack public confidence. So any other stakeholders outside the business, they think twice to before join in a partnership firm. So these were the limitations. Now the next is the types of partners. Well, there are various types of partners, but the main first is the most commonly what we see, that is general active partner. Such a partner takes active part in the management of the firm. He also brings the capital, the financial amount, and they are working openly. Second is sleeping or a dormant partner. Sleeping or dormant, both terms are same. Okay, as the name suggests, he does not take active part in the management of the firm. Okay, but because he invests the money, he invests the capital, he shares the profit and loss, and he is also having unlimited liability. Okay, in short, he is totally connected with the profit and loss because he have brought the capital, but he does not take part in the firm. Next is secret partner. He participates in the business secretly without disclosing his association with the firm of general public. Okay, a secret partner is also having a unlimited liability. Sometimes secret partners are mainly people who are having a bad reputation or who are having some kind of criminal activity in their past. Okay, so because they do not want, because of their names, the association or the firm should get disturbed, so they remain secret. The next one is nominal partner. Nominal partners only give their name and goodwill to the firm. Okay, they neither invest money nor takes profit. Okay, but he is also having unlimited liability. Under this nominal partner, there are two more types. The very first is partner by estoppel and partner by holding out. We will be discussing one by one. Okay. When we say about partner by estoppel, the person who accepts that he is a partner in the partnership firm by his own words, yes, remember this main line, own words, or conduct is known as nominal partner by estoppel. Okay, I will be giving an example. Suppose Mr. X is an active partner of a partnership firm and he applies for a loan. Now, Mr. A is a friend of Mr. X who is not the partner, requests the financier to give the loan to firm as he is also the partner. Okay, means I will repeat again, Mr. A is just a friend of Mr. X, but he said that yeah, I am also a partner, and because of his Mr. A's recommendation, okay, Mr. A's recommendation, Mr. X get the loan. Okay, so in this term, Mr. A will be considered as a nominal partner by estoppel, because here he himself with his own voice, with his own word, he said that he is a partner. Okay, but in future if Mr. X is unable to pay the loan, then in this condition Mr. A will be in trouble, though he is not a partner, but the bank or financial institution from where the loan is taken, they may case on the personal property of Mr. A. Okay, the next kind of nominal partner is partner by holding out. Okay, again I repeat, partnership by partner by estoppel means where the friend of Mr. X, Mr. A is saying by his own mouth that yes, he is the partner. But in this case, I am giving an example. Mr. X, same example, Mr. X applies for a loan saying that Mr. A is also a partner, okay, in the firm, and Mr. A do not show any objection to the statement of Mr. X. In the earlier example, when we say partnership by estoppel, Mr. A, he said with his own voice that yes, he is a partner of this firm. But in partner by holding out, he does not say anything, but his friend Mr. X, who is actual owner of the firm, he says that Mr. A is also the partner of the company, but here Mr. A does not say anything. So in this case it can be said that partner by holding out. So these were the types of partner. I repeat again, the first is general or active partner, second sleeping or dormant partner, third is secret partner, and fourth is nominal partner. And under the fourth term, nominal partner, partner by estoppel or partner by holding out. We stop here. Okay, so today we discussed about partnership, its features, merit, demerit, and the types of partners. Okay, we will be again come back with some new topic. Thank you, take care.